My man, John, how are you?
Thank you so much for another fantastic session. Since the day that I met you in Influencer 2019 in San Diego, you've been encouraging me and inspiring me to make shift happen. I'm in a fortunate position where shift has happened. I'm living my life's work. I'm doing my life's work. I do still have goals on the cards to create the online course, to write the book, and also be a great father. So I'm serving these amazing clients around the world. I want to be a great dad. And I've got these, not conflicting priorities, but just loads of priorities. So share a little bit on priorities, on juggling, on serving as the highest and best version of yourself in all of these different areas.
Yeah. So just so you guys know, I have 3 kids. I have a 16-year-old who just got his driver's license, which is a very weird dynamic. I got 11-year-old twins. I have a wife that has multiple businesses that I am like the handyman for. I built this whole studio. Like, I'm a super weird. I'll fix your car. I'll build a website. Seriously, it's weird. I'm not even joking. I can and install a brand new car stereo in your car right now. It's just weird, the things I can do. But I say that because on top of all those, I have a business where I'm writing a book. We have an app coming out. I'm here coaching with you guys. I just got back from T-Mobile last week, streaming to, I think, 80,000 employees they have. I'm doing a lot. However, I got a really great rhythm for it all. I'm very present with my wife. I'm very present with my kids. I have the business running. And here's what I do. I realize that we all have these big eyes. Like, think about eating food. There's a big pot of food. What we do is we take all the stuff out of the pot and we put it on our plate. And we say, I got to eat everything on the plate right now. And the truth is, you don't have to eat everything on the plate right now. There are certain things that need to go back in the pot, right? So what I look at is, I said, a big overall picture. And those of you guys who may know some of my story, I got to a point where my wife and I got divorced. I had a lot of focus on the professional world, and I was doing that thing, and I wasn't present as a father. Everything fell apart. I got divorced, and I had custody battles. We got all that. And then we're now remarried after 3 years of divorce. We're 4 years deep in an amazing marriage. And the reason it works is because I understand all the things you're talking about. And the way that I do it is I have a very specific process. One, you guys got to get a planner. If you don't have BRENDON's planner, get a high performance planner. I think I have like 3, because every time I see him, he gives me like 5 more. I can't give them away fast enough. But get a planner. And here's the big thing. Don't just get a planner, learn to plan. Like, learn how to plan. And here's what I always tell people. It's a simple process. Figure out what are the core projects, John. And then as I look at them, I do what's called a project deconstruction process. I open up the project and say, how many hours is this going to take? And I first do this. I want to take a look if I'm launching a podcast. Okay, how long is it going to take to write the intro, to record the intro, write the outro, record the outro, find the music, make the image. How am I going to launch this thing? What platform is it going to go on? How long is the episode going to take? How long will it take to edit the episodes? I take all these little pieces and go, okay, great. If I want to launch that, it's going to look like, let's call it a 15-hour project, right? 15 hours. Now, I'm not going to do it in one fell day. I'm not going to do it all in one day, but I take 15 hours, I put it aside. Okay, great. I want to write a book. Okay, how am I write this book? Okay, I want to spend some time thinking about the concepts I want to include, the stories I want to include, how they're going to connect. Okay, then I'm going to set aside time to write, right? That may be a 60-hour project. I just wrote my book, and it really was, I think, 65 hours of all of it together. I put it dialed in. And so I was like, 65 hours. I had it set for 70. I got it done a little bit early. And then on top of that, I'm like, all right, I want to make this app. All these little pieces, I take them and pull them apart, and I look at the hours. Now, John, I go, why am I working in the first place? We're working to be able to spend time with our family, to have freedom, all this stuff. So what I do is I go back to my planner. I quite literally enter into my planner. Okay, great. Here's what I'm going to be morning with the kids. I'm going to take them to school. In my planner, it says, take kids to school, like for a half hour. Then it has like breakfast with my wife. Then I may have dinner at 3 o'clock. Sometimes 4, I cut it off. I am not working. I'm out of the studio. I'm done, because I know it's important. Now what I do is based on all the areas of the big rocks, my workouts, my time with family, which really, if you think about it, isn't a ton. Take the kids to school, spend an hour or 2 with my wife, right? Get a workout for 45 minutes. In a regular day, I still got 5 to 6 hours, right? So now what I do is I go back in, I highlight the areas across 4 weeks. I do 4 weeks at a time. And when I eat a week, I lead a week. And every weekend I do another week. So it's always 4 weeks out. And what I do is I say, okay, great. These highlighted spaces, I'm going to now infuse the project. It's going to be hour 1 of 15, 2 of 15, 1 of 65, 2 of 60. And I work it all the way through over 4 weeks. And what happens is now I have it blocked out, and I'm very protective of that 4 weeks. There are very few people I let enter into that space of when I've got planned out. If you go to my calendar now, like, you can't book me for like 4 weeks because it's blocked out. I won't let you come in because I got to keep this vision. I got to say yes to what I've already said yes to. Because if I say yes to your new thing, I'm saying no to what I already said yes to. right? So I keep this big boundary. But now what happens is, here's the beautiful part, people. When I get to the point of now I'm working in my day, I'm breathing through the day, I call it. I'm breathing, not breezing, I'm breathing. I'm able to keep my breath. I stay under control and I move. And here's the key piece. When I'm working on project A, let's say I'm working on the book. If I'm working on the book right now, because I know when the book's going to get done, for the most part, I know when every other project is going to get done. I'm not on the book thinking about the app, thinking about the coaching program, thinking about the kid. I'm not thinking about anything else. So I can stay hyper focused, and man, I get way more done in less time, because I can be focused, because I have presence and I have a confidence in knowing everything is where it's supposed to be. Even better, when I shut it down at 3 o'clock, I can be with my family. My coach in college said, be where you are when you are. I'm not in the house thinking about work. I'm with the family because I know that's all set to take care of itself. It's going to be done as long as I show up to my time. And I use my little egg timer that I have here that lets me make sure I'm all dialed in, right? I sit here, I don't move until that thing goes off. When I'm dialed in, I'm dialed. And now I get things done. And all of a sudden, we're rocking and rolling. So I hope that helps you guys get a perspective of like at least how my brain works. I have a lot I want to get done, but some of it's in starting 6 months. Some will start in a year. I don't got to do it all right now. But here's the cool thing, like folding laundry, when one thing gets done, it creates space for the next thing. And all of a sudden it's folded and smooth. Cool.
Brilliant. Thanks, Anthony.
Yeah. Very welcome. Very welcome.
This can be your day for personal growth. This can be that day you committed to and you remember and you go, that was the day I got myself a community. I got better coaches. I committed to making my life the absolute best that I could. This is that day. Make today your growth day. Click the button on this page and sign up right now.